So I spent a couple of days in Boston with Hamza. He also had classes while I was there, so I had to entertain myself during the day, which was really good fun. And I was there basically on a Monday, which was where like all of the, I think it was like Veterans Day or it was some day of some significance, which meant that all of the like big touristy things I wanted to go to were closed. So like the Boston Art Gallery and the Isabel Stewart Gardner, both were closed. The Isabel Stewart Gardner is really interesting as well because it's the site of like the largest art heist in American history, like took place like in like a Boston art gallery. But what's particularly crazy about it is that this art heist took place in like the 1990s, like really recent. Because in my mind when I heard that, I just assumed it was like, you know, dudes wearing bowler hats like before like DNA evidence was a thing. But no, like it was the 90s. And they stole some like really famous stuff actually, including a Degas, a Rembrandt, and some Manet, which is like cool. Like it's cool that all of that happened. Well, I don't know, it's bad news for the gallery, obviously. And on the gallery's website, they offer like a £10 million reward for anyone who has any information, like which might lead to the recovery of these, which is kind of crazy. Like it's just crazy it happened in so recent history. The other thing that's really interesting. Oh yeah, sorry. And then also, what I did during that day was I went to the aquarium, which is what all this like background footage is. It's just like things I saw at the aquarium. I had a really good time there. I kind of went on a bit of a whim. Like I went because the things I wanted to do were closed. The John F. Kennedy Library was also closed. So I went to the aquarium as like a last resort thing. But like the aquarium was so cool. I just had such a good time just like hanging around with all the fish. And like much like the Natural History Museum, I was like the oldest person there by a long way. It was just full of like young kids and their parents, and then just like me dotting around like looking at stuff. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Loved the aquarium. And it was funny as well because I was talking to Aunt Louise, who I met like the day after this, and she was also like, I was like, oh, I went to the aquarium yesterday. And she was like, yeah, the aquarium's fantastic. Apparently she went to like a conference there. And then with Louise, I went to the Harvard Art Gallery, which is amazing. Like it's the best. And this is a really small gallery, but because Harvard's obviously insanely rich, their collection's brilliant. So they're like, yeah, we have 3 Impressionist paintings and like all of them are Monet. Like we have 4 abstract paintings and like half of them are Picasso's. And it's just really cool. Like it's clearly an exceptionally wealthy gallery, which while also being like size constrained, which means it's weird because like, so obviously say for example, like the British Museum has as good a collection, but the British Museum also has like all of the French Impressionists you've never heard of. Whereas this is just like, yeah, here's our Van Gogh next to our Monet next to our Picasso. Like it's so crazy like how good the collection is and how small the collection is. So did some really good tourist stuff and just generically really enjoyed my time in Boston. And I think with the remaining... Oh, this turtle that you're seeing go past currently, or maybe one of the 2 turtles joined this group, like joined the aquarium in 1970, which is crazy old for a turtle. But anyway, I'll leave the rest of this video just to play in the background and I'll upload this as we are.